Because we've got, we're saying James usually comes in and plays. Even on the breakfast show, God bless him, he came in and sang. And you usually come in and talk.
So he swore all the time.
He did swear.
He did that once.
Only once, I think.
We got one of them in afterwards.
And he was mortified, to be fair to him, wasn't he? But we thought that we were trying to tempt you to play live on the air today on the bass. But there's a problem with you on your own and a bass guitar, which is
I cannot tune a guitar. I've never tuned a guitar in my life. It's a bit of a problem. James did it, and I mean that's what I got roadies for, after all.
Absolutely.
Well, right. But in the early days, James used to do it before you went on, did he?
Yes, he always tuned up, and he tuned up during the gig as well.
Would he?
Excellent.
So, could you tell if it had got out? Or?
I mean, I did actually forget to switch my bass amp on once, and I trashed the bass and the amp, going, it's not working. And James just held the plug up to me. I was supporting the levelers, I remember. So.
Sounds like a bad night all
It was
around.
a really bad night.
I once, actually, about 200 yards from me, I went to see Queen at the Palace Theatre, right? And they came on, and it was Now I'm Here, where Freddie Mercury appeared to be wearing a woman's white pleated skirt around his shoulders. You remember that outfit? And then came up and he said, chung, 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 now I'm here. And then all the lights came thrutching on like that, and they all came to the front of the stage, Freddie, Anita Dobson, and John Deacon, and they went, like that, and John Deacon's cable came right out and followed him across the stage when bands used to play with curly leads.
He
He was trying to run 20 yards with a curly. It was never going to work, John, was it? And also you were trying to think how many Manics records you failed to play on.
I failed to turn out. Yeah, I think probably 6, 7, 8. It's going up by the minute. I remember Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head when we did the cover version of that. I wasn't even in France where we recorded it.
Right, oh well.
Different continent. But you know what, I was actually hoping you might do a level 42 song today, solo. But it's not going to happen, is it?
Anyway, we think between the rest of us we can tune a bass, don't we? To the extent that the bass has ever been in tune, anyway. I mean, it's not difficult, though. You just look at a little light and turn that thing on the top until it goes in the middle.
Oh, you've lost
complicated.
You've lost it.
Right there. So, the Manic Street Preachers at the top of the Pops Awards.
Showbiz a go-go.
Yeah, it's show. I always quite like being surrounded by pop stars and stuff. It's just sit around watching makeup artists and fitness instructors and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, do you socialise backstage? Will you sort of have a bevy with Will Young and Guy? I mean, where do you stand on all this pop idol stuff? You know, I mean, where do you stand on manufactured pop? I mean, isn't all pop manufactured to a degree? Yeah,
I mean, if you look back to the Bay City Rollers or wherever,
Exactly.
pop has always been manufactured. It's just that it's just more empty and vacuous than it's ever been, really, isn't it?
They just have the auditions on telly now, don't they? I mean, that's the sort of secret of it.
I just don't like the way they're so generic. They all look the same haircut, same muscles, same smile, it's just sad, isn't it?
Well, I think what's sad, I mean, to me, is that, not the fact that it's manufactured, because there's always been that element of process, and Sven Garley's pick up bands, even bands who play live and write all their own songs and everything. The sad thing is that they go through the process and end up with people doing exactly the same, like bad Matt Monroe, just bad crooning.
Cover version.
What is the point? I mean, they were doing Pop Idol and ending up with an electro band or a thrash band or something different at the end of it, but it's always the same.
I just think anything state-sponsored in rock and roll is always rubbish, isn't it? And they've been sponsored by the BBC, which is part of the state, so...
And I suppose the people
after nothing.
The people who get drawn into it are going to be kids, aren't they, at the bottom of it?
I know, but it's just bad karaoke.
Yeah, of course it is, absolutely. Not a fan.
I just count myself lucky that when I was 12 I had daffodils out of my arse trying to be like Morrissey.
Right, well, yeah, okay. Fair enough, yeah, absolutely. Now then, we've got lots of
Gladiolite.
Gladiolite. Right, yeah, Gladys. Oh, yeah, his Welsh roots coming through there. All right, then, fair enough. Now then, continuing the BBC supporting of manufactured pop, we're going to play a new track by the Manics, very sure. No, listen, we've had lots of questions in, right, and TC has been on, Tonya Cook, right, said, glad the Manics are going to be on the show, got lots of questions. Will the new song, Forever Delayed, which was premiered at the Homecoming gig, be released as a one-off single?
I think so, yeah, in January, that's the plan at the moment.
All right then, and because there's a new remix of Motorcycle Empty, or slightly tweaked.
Yeah, it's slightly tweaked.
Version of
surprisingly, I wasn't there again.
Oh. But you played on it the first time.
Yeah.
You think?
No, I did.
All right then, okay.
Just about.
But we think this is going to be a double A-sided single at some point in the new year.
Yeah, I think in the middle of January, yeah.
All right then. Well, this is very exciting because this is the first time on the radio for Forever.
First time ever, anyway.
Excellent.
All right then. This could quite possibly be one side of the new Manics double A-side at sometime early in the new year. Forever Delayed.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Sound good? It's not often we can say exclusive first play on this show, is it? Happens very rarely, so thanks for that.
I played on that one as well.
You could tell. And in tune.
Auto-tune is a wonderful thing.
The Manic Street Preachers album, Forever Delayed. I mean, is that going to sort of one-off as new stuff, or are you starting working on a new album? People keep asking you this. Is this the greatest hits or the sort of final bow?
I know, we split up and kind of reunified every week at the moment, according to the newspapers. So
yeah.
We're getting on really well.
So,
which is rare.
Are you writing new songs? Have you got new words that you have?
I write all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm constantly writing words. It never stops. I find there's so many. I can't believe when people say they can't, because there's just so much happening, so many ideas. So I'm fine. It's just the other two.
Are you trying to get something out of your pockets?
It's my Top of the Pops laminate.
Oh, right. Name dropper.
Just checking that you've still got it. All right then. So Nicky White, if you've got any questions that you want me to put to Nicky, and I've got a few here already, then let us have them. Just send them in to Mark Rock Dadcliffe. It's close. Well, you know what I'm stumbling towards. 50 years. Nicky Wyatt is with us. Can we say hello to Harvey Finn, Adam, Claire, Sheila, and all at foreverdelayed.com?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, right. And also a special hello from... oh, no, that's not the one I was going to do. Oh, I've got them all in the wrong order now. But anyway, a few questions because we've got to get on with the quiz first. Julie in Harlech says, I thought those leather trousers Nicky wore in Cardiff last week were fantastic.
Brown leather trousers.
Wow. Right. There's a few on the sartorial Wyatt issue, actually, as ever. Glenda Pennington says, what's with the suits? Aren't we going to get frocks from now on?
Yeah, there's plenty of frocks on the tour.
Okay, then, right. Well, that's good. And
I was going to say he's dangling a carrot then, but I bet not really.
Philippa Simpson says we want to see Nicky's legs and tell him congratulations on the birth of baby Clara.
Thank you very much.
FD Girl says, are the Manics ever going to come back to Canada? I'm going to the show in Manchester next week because I can't wait for them to come back to Vancouver. That's love, isn't it?
We've just got a bit of a problem because we've got big Cuban stamps over our visas and stuff, and wherever we go towards North America, we tend to get searched in bad places.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What's this? This is from Finn at the Forever Delayed crew. Says, having been reliably informed by Sir Nicholas of Wire that the Lion Bar is the poor man's picnic.
True. Very true.
Oh, disgust.
Very true.
No offence, Lion, right?
No, I'd like a pretty Lion Bar.
During the Cardiff gig last week, we wondered if the Wire had any other Willy Wonka type wisdom to share with us, i.e. flake or ripple.
Oh, flake.
Yes. And there's another easy one. Twix or Toffee Crisp. Twix, definitely. Dairy Milk or Galaxy?
Dairy Milk by a million miles.
I'd go Galaxy there. But,
I was going towards Toffee Crisp, but I kept out of that one.
Oh, well, fair. No, we enjoyed Toffee Crisp on our way to Queens of the Stone Age, didn't we? Should have been on our tour bus. We had a big carrier bag full of Toffee Crisp and walnut whips.
No.
Walnut whip. John Slatek says, can we plug his Manics night at 42nd Street Nightclub, Bootle Street, Manchester, which is next Thursday. Manic Street Mania 3rd birthday party.
Oh, very nice.
So we can do that. Steve says, ask Nicky, when was the last time the Manics really fell out?
It was not too long ago, actually.
What was it about?
Oh, it's just a pathetic argument about the merits of something which is completely worthless to everyone else.
And who fell out?
It was about Formula 1.
See, they're the best kind of arguments, aren't they?
Oh, you wouldn't believe it. We had once had a 3-day argument over a band called McCarthy compared to Guns N' Roses. James ended up picking Appetite for Destruction and smashing it up as the final bit.
Right, no. Well.
Does that mean he won?
No.
All right then. So we've got Nicky Wyatt here. We better get on with this quiz, though, haven't we?
Definitely.
It's a tug of peace. What with one thing and another, it's a tug of peace.
All right then. We got James Wood on the line. Woodo.
Evening.
How are you?
I'm alright. Well, that's a lie. I'm off work sick, but there you go.
Oh, sorry about that. Right. And where are you?
I'm in Swansea.
Swansea. All right then. Are you a Manics fan?
Retired Manic fan, yeah.
Retired.
In what respect?
In
Don't like us anymore.
in the respect that I can't be bothered to go around the country anymore.
Oh, what, you used to follow, you used to be a camp follower, did you?
Almost, yeah.
Right, okay. Well, you can still be a fan without having to follow them every step of the way, you know?
Yeah, but it's not true enough for them other Manics fans, is it?
Oh,
Don't go and see them anymore, you know, you're not a true fan.
Nah, you can still be a fan. How many times a year do you have to go and see the band to be a true fan?
I'd imagine about 10.
10? I was asking. Well,
Nicky missed about 6 gigs last year, didn't he? Doesn't matter.
so, all right, nice having you on then, Woodo.
Indeed.
You're in a band yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
What's your band called?
My band's called Jamie Fett.
Jamie Set. And what do you do?
I play guitar and I sometimes sing.
Do you? Can you tune your guitar, or do you have to get...
No,
No.
I get the wife to do that.
Fair enough, then. We got Keith Murray on the line. Murrow!
Now then,
Oh, here we go. It's trouble, isn't it?
Where are you?
I'm in Darlington,
Darlington. Do you
but
support...
I'm from Darlington, but currently in Northallerton,
Right.
in Yorkshire.
Yes, okay. We know where Northallerton is. Don't
More
patronise
information
us.
than we need, that.
Are you a Darlington fan, Murrow?
No, I'm a Wolves man.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
Right. How's that going? All right again? I mean, just kind of cruising along for another disappointment, do you think? Or
Yeah, we have more ups and downs than Lard yo-yo.
Right,
Yeah.
yes, well...
Now, what about Alex Ray? Because, I mean, he had to take time off to be one of the orcs in Lord from the Rings, didn't he?
Well, it's all these dodgy players we keep trying to get on loan, but upsetting Glenn Hoddle, I think.
All right, well...
Oh, you leave Glenn out of it.
Are you a Spurs fan?
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
You're welcome to Les.
Are you a Manic Street Preachers fan, Murrow?
Yes, I've seen them quite a few times, so was there at the Millennium and seen them on numerous gigs in the north.
Right, okay then. What's your best ever Manics gig?
They played at Bridlington in the Spa Hall.
Yes.
Oh.
And me and a mate Steve, who we drove there for about a 4-hour drive, and then managed to get right up the front, and it was brilliant.
You shouldn't drive in an auditorium. You could run over people, you know.
Dangerous.
Terrible.
Safety first,
All
safety
right.
second.
And you've just had a baby, haven't you? Because we were talking about babies before, because my little one's only, 5.5 months, and Nicky's is, what's she, 14 weeks?
Yeah, 14 weeks.
And you've just had one as well, haven't you, Keith?
I believe he's 16 weeks today, and he's called Sam, and he's currently in Blackwood with my wife.
Oh,
Bizarre.
There you go, and it's all hanging together
This is
perfectly
getting
well,
scary.
isn't it?
Hey.
All right then, well, we'll have a tune, and then we'll do our Top of the Pops Awards flavoured quiz.
Excellent.
Right, okay. This is a band called Flogging Molly. Have you heard of them, Nicky?
Can't say that.
Right, this was given to me by Mike Davis, who I met when we did the Radio 1 photo. And
Oh, yeah.
Who does the lock-up and plays all the hardcore and the emo and a load of old punk stuff. And we got onto our shared love of Shane McGowan and the Pogues. And he sent me an album by this band from Los Angeles, although the singer is Irish, called Flogging Molly. And to say it's sort of got a nod to the Pogues is probably too understated. But it sounds bloody marvellous. Like that kind of stuff, Nicky?
Yeah, I really liked the Pogues when I was younger.
Absolutely.
My old days.
All right then, here we go.
It's a tug of peace. What with one thing and another, it's a tug of peace.
All right then, we have got James Woodo Wood in Swansea. Right, are you still there, Woodo?
Yeah, indeed I am.
Can you nip out to the left? I know you're off work sick, but could you make it to the left-hand side? Because you are today's one thing.
A bit of a struggle, but yeah, here we go.
All right then, is there a rope there?
Yeah,
right.
it's a bit tatty, but...
Well, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a bit raggle-taggle, but pick up your end of it. You just have to summon all the strength you've got in your weakened state on today's show. And Keith Murray is in, where, in Northallerton?
That's the one.
Okay then, mate. Can you nip out to the right-hand side, because you are today's another?
I'll just wind the window down. I'm in my car.
Oh, right, fair enough then, yeah.
Yeah, I've got it.
Perfectly well. All right then, if you've got your respective ends of the rope, take the strain and heave! All right then, today is a quiz in honour of the Top of the Pops Awards. Nicky Wire's in town with that because the Manics are doing it, and all the questions are related to the artists on Top of the Pops.
Excellent.
Shall we start with Nicky Wire's bass conundrum? Nicky Wire is going to play a bass line from one of the few Manic songs that he did play on.
Leave it.
All right, sorry. And you have got to guess which one. I'll give you some choices afterwards. Here it comes live in the studio.
Here we go. Flourish.
Okay, then. Was that... oh, go on.
Archives of Pain.
He's old school.
Very good. He knows it. Archives of Pain was the answer. Well done. Here comes another question. The Manic Street Preachers are performing at tonight's awards and have insisted on a jacuzzi in their dressing room, which must be filled with Sean's beloved macaroni cheese. So the drummer can bathe in it to loosen his muscles before the show. They also demand a rhinestone-encrusted table tennis bat so James can loosen his wrists, and a mock medieval wooden commode so Nicky can loosen his bowels before stalking the stage. But in the early years, what was Nicky's preferred choice of footwear? Was it Birkenstock Jesus sandals, Doc Martens, Dunlop Green Flash pumps, or bowling shoes?
Nothing.
Oh, that was right. What's it? Another. Michelle says another.
Dunlop Green Flash.
He's cool.
Is right.
I was ahead of my time with them as well.
Yeah. Many stars are attending tonight's Top of the Pops Awards, including Gareth Gates, Will Young, and Moby, who have all said they're only doing it because they want to meet the Manic Street Preachers. And indeed, Moby is said to have secreted himself in James Dean Bradfield's Pingu lunchbox with his head dipped in breadcrumbs to pass himself off as a Scotch egg in order to get close to his hero. Oh, bless. But in which Manic song did James sing, "What's the point in always looking back when all you see is more and..." Oh, yeah.
No surface feeling.
Right again, he's right again.
He's good, isn't he?
There you go, then.
Illuminac.
The fragrant Kylie Minogue is appearing at the Top of the Pops Awards, and apart from being a very nice lady with very nice songs, is famed for her very nice posterior. Although her celebrated rear will have some stiff competition tonight, as Sean Moore of the Manic Street Preachers recently voted the best backside in Blackwood, following a poll of council bin men takes to the state. What?
You're blowing the credibility here, Nick. Do you mind?
Right. But which make of drums does Sean play? Is it Drumworks, Noble and Cooley, Chad Valley, or Slingerland?
One thing.
Yeah.
The last one,
Slingerland is the wrong answer.
He did play Slingerland up until 6 months ago.
We're talking about now, though, aren't we? We're talking about now. So, Murrow, you've got Drumworks, Noble and Cooley, or Chad Valley?
I'll go for Drumworks.
Is the wrong answer, I'm afraid. So, Woodo, Chad Valley or Noble and Cooley?
Noble and Cooley.
Yes! The top of the range drums to the aristocracy. Mind some of them for now, actually. Top of the Pops Awards nominated boy band Blue often dance like Victorian children with rickets fresh out of leg irons. But this comedy knock-kneed wobble they do on stage is in fact an ill-executed homage to Manic Street Preachers bass god Nicky Wire, whose elegant pirouettes have earned him the nickname the Darcy Bustle of the Rickenbacker. But what is Nicky's brother famous for?
One thing.
Oh, go on.
He's a poet.
Yes,
And he wrote a play.
All right, yes.
Go on, don't argue with him. Oh, nobody go!
And there goes the Blackwood Village Hooter.
Well, despite his protestations, Lefty One Thing Woodo was great with 4. Yes, whereas Righty Another Murrow, 1. Oh, Dunlop Green Flash.
Oh, there you go. Murrow, you've lost, I'm afraid.
I feel a bit like a Stoke fan.
Well, there you go.
Cheer up.
We can send you a runners-up prize.
What can you find in the drawer?
Well, found in the drawer, DVD, Red Dwarf 1.
Go on then.
Do you like it? No, you don't have to have it if you don't want it.
Well, my mate Steve's got a DVD player, so I'll swap it for a service on my car.
Well, there you go.
Sorted.
We could give away services on cars.
Yeah,
it's not a bad prize.
Can I get Lard to do a biggity bong?
Biggity bong!
He didn't say what style he wanted it in.
Oh, bumper that.
For Jason Rourke at Brian Rourke Cycles in a never won a game for ages style.
Well, that was what that was.
Right.
Right. All right. Okay, Murrow, see you, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you. Woodo.
Indeed.
All right, you are victorious.
Yay.
And we can send you £20 in CD vouchers to spend on Manic Street Preachers stuff. Although you've probably got it all, have you?
Yeah.
All right,
I won't mind the DVD, but I'll probably get that for Christmas.
Oh, I'll chuck one of them in for you, don't worry.
All right, there you go.
No problem.
Fair enough. There you go then. All right, thanks for coming on.
Thanks.
Well done. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a tug of peace. What
Nicky, I think we've got to let you go.
I've got to go back and rehearse.
Show business beckons.
I'm gonna mime like the best of them now.
And Ryan in Newcastle says, have you still got the brown cardigan I threw him in at Newcastle Uni in 97? You did take it off stage with you.
I don't think so.
Take that as an order.
Fair enough. Great to see you. Thanks.